Hi my angels and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing this Urban Decay makeup look, which is like a glitter blowout look that I actually filmed in their new Covent Garden store in London, which is one of the most amazing makeup stores that I have ever been into, and you guys know how much I love Urban Decay, so you can just imagine how much fun I had in this store. It has everything in their makeup range all in one place as well, which I love. So, if you guys would like to know how I recreated this really nice purple, smoky, glittery eye makeup look, then please keep watching. So first thing is first, I primed my eyelids using Eden eyeshadow primer potion all over my eyelids, and I love this colour because it really neutralises my whole eyelid and makes the eyeshadow colour really pop. Then taking this Virgin eyeshadow, which I believe is also in the first Naked One palette, I am using that colour to highlight my brow bone like you can see here. Now straight onto the transition colour, and I use the shade Buck, which is this gorgeous matte eyeshadow colour, and I'm running this along the crease of my eyelids. And I just love how pigmented the Urban Decay eyeshadows are. You literally need the tiniest amount. Then grabbing a Rockstar, which is this gorgeous like shimmery purple colour, I'm packing that on to my eyelids. So I'm making sure that this doesn't go like into the crease as much, but really packing the colour on and then kind of extending it out like a kind of like an invisible winged eyeliner like you can see here. And then as you can probably tell, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing on the other eye as well, making sure that both of the kind of extended bits are as even as they possibly can be. Then to add a bit of dimension to the eye, I'm grabbing Blackout, which is this super matte black eyeshadow, and packing that onto the outer third of my eye. And if you do find that your eyeshadow isn't blending as well as you want to, then you can always go in with a fluffy brush and give it a bit of a blend so that everything is nice and seamless. And here I've just wiped any kind of excess fallout that may have fallen onto my cheeks. I then popped some of this B6 vitamin infused prep spray onto my skin so that it's nice and prepped ready for the foundation. And for the foundation I used the Naked Skin foundation in the shade 5.5 with their amazing optical blending brush, which is so super good. It makes your skin look so flawless. And I kind of forgot how much I love this foundation. I used to use this quite a lot a few years ago. Whenever I use this, it looks like my skin, but better. I absolutely love it. And then grabbing this concealer pencil in NSA, I'm applying this in a upside down triangle shape underneath my eyes. And then I'm also running this along the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and also a little bit on my chin. So all the kind of areas that I want to highlight, and also not forgetting my jawline. And to blend it all out, I'm using that same optical blending brush. This little guy is so multifunctional, and you can see I'm just blending that all away in all the areas that I've used the concealer. And that concealer, my god, is so good. I didn't realise how creamy and high coverage it was. It's such an easy, foolproof way to kind of conceal and highlight your face. And then to contour, I'm using the Naked Flush palette in Strip, and I'm using the darker contour shade first and then going in with the gorgeous neutral blush. So here I am, I'm just carving out my cheekbones with the darker shade, and then I'm also applying this on to the perimeters of my face. So I'm adding this onto my hairline and then blending that colour in, and also blending the area that I've contoured on my cheeks. And then once that is all blended in, I am going in with the blusher colour and just applying that slightly onto the apples of my cheeks. And this is such a gorgeous kind of everyday palette that you can use because it has everything you need to contour and highlight with. Now back onto the eyes, I'm grabbing the Rockstar eyeshadow again and applying this onto my lower lash line. And I'm kind of doing a bit of a thick line because I wanted this look to be super dramatic. So here I am doing just that and making sure it's slightly extended as well on the outer corners to give that winged effect a bit more of a dramatic look. And to make sure everything is balanced, I'm taking the Blackout eyeshadow again, and just applying that onto the outer kind of lower corners of my eyes just to give it that 3D effect. So as you can see, it is looking super dramatic. So then I went in with this gorgeous matte velvet eye pencil in the shade Plushy, which is such a lovely shade of purple, and purple is actually a shade that makes brown eyes really pop. And no makeup look of mine is complete without using Perversion eyeliner, so I'm running this along my upper waterline like you can see here. And then I also decided to add the same eyeliner onto my upper lash line because this gives the illusion of my lashes looking a little bit fuller than they actually are. Now straight on to mascara, and I'm using the Subversion Lash Primer first on my top lashes because I wasn't wearing any false lashes. I just wanted to give it that extra kind of oomph that it needed. So I'm applying this onto both of my top lashes and then going over that with the Perversion mascara. And I love this mascara because I love layering this with kind of any kind of look that I'm wearing, and I love topping this up during the day because it doesn't make my eyelashes go clumpy, which is a super must for me. Now onto the glitter, and I'm using AC/DC and Junk Show, which are the heavy metal glitter eyeliners, and I'm going in with the purple shade first and just simply lining wherever I have applied the eyeshadow on my lower lash line, and also slightly extending that into the kind of fake wing kind of eyeshadow look that we've created. And it totally doesn't matter if this is messy because I kind of think the messier it looks, the better it looks. And then I'm also going in with the Urban Decay Perversion mascara and adding that to my bottom lashes. Now I wasn't going to add any top wing liner, but then I decided to just go for it. So I'm using the Ink for Eyes here and just adding a really thin but long winged eyeliner. I also wanted this to look a little bit more smoky, so I went in and added some more of the blackout eyeshadow just onto the outer kind of V of my eye to give it that extra dimension that I just felt like it needed. Last but not least for the eyes, I'm taking a clean fluffy brush and just making sure that all the ends are nice and blended and looking winged and nice as possible. For the lips, I used this really cool Ozone lip pencil, and it's in like an invisible colour, so you can use this with any lipstick that you're wearing. So I just went ahead and lined my lips and then went on over that with Rush lipstick, which is such a gorgeous like everyday nude colour. And I really like the consistency of this because it is thick but it's so moisturising at the same time. I really love this colour. I think it's such a gorgeous everyday shade. And I almost forgot this step, but then I went in with the Virgin eyeshadow again and just highlighted my cheeks. And I went through a phase of just using this as a highlighter so much a couple of years ago. It's so gorgeous. And to make sure my makeup lasts for the whole day, I popped a bit of the makeup setting spray onto my face. And then last but not least, I added some of the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Loose Finishing Powder onto the skin. And I really find that this kind of locks all the makeup into place. But yes, that is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look that I did with Urban Decay. I absolutely love glitter and I love smoky eyes, so I really hope you guys liked it, and until next time guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!